Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Benefactor LM87, and I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. That's right, Will It Off-Road is back for another season, marking the Criminal Enterprises DLC. Though, you know what? With these record high gas prices, I'm not really sure that we're going to be able to get the whole season done. I just don't know if we can afford it. I mean, somebody really needs to look into these gas prices. I really think there's like, I don't know, some price fixing going on, some gouging, maybe even a criminal conspiracy. Who knows? But man, gas prices, they are up there. But yes, Criminal Enterprises DLC. What, 17 new cars in total that we'll get to test over the next couple months? Kind of looking forward to it. First two are the first two supers that were released, and pretty soon we'll even have the sports cars. Next Monday, the first two sports cars. Who knows what's been released by then, and we'll figure it out, kind of play it by ear. But at the very end of this season of Will It Off-Road, we will take the two fastest and the two slowest, and we will race them up and down the mountain. And Will It Off-Road at the races. And man, we were going hard for the bingo cards on this one. There are Avengers, like multitudes of Avengers available for your bingo cards. And you can play Will It Off-Road Bingo. There is a link in the description down below. If you get something on your card that happens in the video, you just click it. And if you win, you put bingo down in the comments, or you can come tell us about it on the Vainglorious Discord server. Also, link in the description down below. We'd love to have you. And you can even take part in recording our videos and join us during live streams. Just become a member of the Vainglorious Discord. So, the LM87, fantastic supercar. I love it. Obviously, you would never take a Le Mans prototype car up a mountain, but this is GTA where you do really stupid things. But hey, if you want to commemorate a Will It Off-Road, Will It Off-Road run, I should say, be sure to hit that link that you see right now on your screen. That takes you to the Vainglorious merch store, where we have 3 different Will It Off-Road themed designs. LM87 taking down a hiker. This thing has tons of grip, but the problem it encounters, as you've seen many times coming up the mountain, is the bushes. If they don't stop it dead, they cause it to want to spin around, and it just can make for a bit of an unpleasant time. Almost managed to get a hiker, but we're up 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Will it off-road? Yeah, sure. Did fine. Did great. I loved it. And you know, I think we should just stay up here at the top of the mountain. It's, gosh, the heat wave, it's just sweltering down there at the base of the mountain, and it's just so much cooler up here. But we have a controlled descent to do, so I guess we will descend back down in to just the nasty, muggy hotness that is currently San Andreas. Even down here in the, there we go, there's the, and there's that, yeah. So the bush just got me, spun me around, and then Hobo, well, he hoboed and did his thing with his big grocery getter. So the LM87 is 6th in supers out of 43. It is 1/2 second slower than the Krieger, 2.2 seconds faster than the X80 Proto. In terms of overall performance, out of 342 vehicles that we've tested, it is 40th. So getting in that top 50, not too bad. It is 0.2 seconds slower than the I-Wagon, or I-Wagen. I mean, it's German, right? Wagen. And 0.2 seconds faster than the Benefactor Serrano. That's the SUV Serrano with an E, not the car Serrano with a U. Why we have so similar vehicles, I don't know. I found it interesting, though, that it is, in terms of supers, slower than another Benefactor, but in terms of overall, it's faster than another Benefactor. Just, I don't know. Weird stuff. And yeah, man, you can feel the temperature rising as we go back down the mountain. It is just, It is hot, hot, hot down here. The heat wave is relentless. What's also relentless is my ability to make really bad segues into plugging a behind-the-scenes version of Will It Off-Road that you can watch. It is far less edited. You get to see the run back up the mountain where lots of shenanigans usually happen. And if we have to wait for rain or somebody to get up the mountain and all that, you get to see all those edits. Whoa, hello again, Hobo. Almost took me out again. And the behind-the-scenes version features our conversation, our chat, our banter, if you will, in Discord when we were recording. Ooh, there we go, we're down. Let's take a look. Things are about to happen here. Some things are about to happen. It is so freaking hot out that people are like trying to just drive into the ocean. Hobo misses, but then, oh, yep, okay, well, he bounced and went on over it. But then J-Bo's just full sent it and took a nice dip to cool off. But, yeah, the behind-the-scenes version is also completely ad-free. It is available only to supporters, however, which you can become a channel supporter in one of three ways. One's right here on YouTube. Click that join button, become a channel member. Or you can make a monthly pledge over on patreon.com/Vainglorious. Or you can be a Twitch subscriber, whether you pay for it, use Twitch Prime, or even if someone was gifted, or if someone gifted you that sub. All of those get you access on the Vainglorious Discord server to a Vainglorious supporters role. Granted, you have to link your respective services. For YouTube and Twitch, you do that inside of Discord. For Patreon, you actually do that on the Patreon site. But if you have your respective service linked and you're a channel supporter, you'll automatically get the channel supporter role, which will give you access to a supporters only section of the Vainglorious Discord server, where I have a link to not only the playlist of all the supporter videos, but every time there's a new one added, I post a link to that individual video. They're unlisted, so I can share them, people can view them, but they're never made public. And again, they are completely ad-free, and in my opinion, the far better version. Donkey, that was an appropriate touch. In my opinion, the far better version of Will It Off-Road. And there, I have done all my hashtag sellout stuff. Let's talk about GTA. And this update, which has been interesting so far. I'm a fan of the first 5 cars they released. The helicopter, man, it's a helicopter. Sadly, even though it's got a utility helicopter, it doesn't seem like you can rappel out of it. I could be wrong about that, but nobody seemed to be able to rappel out of it when I was flying it. Oh, man, Donkey, what are you doing, my dude? It's a beautiful sunset descent here for the damage descent. And we're down 1 minute, almost 56 seconds. And we'll take a look at the damage. The windshield's gone, most of the lights are missing, the whole front clip's somewhere up the mountain. The engine cover won't close, there's slight body damage, and if you look closely, the wheels are slightly bent as well. And for some reason I decided to do the spin around shot really slowly. I don't know what's happening back there in the background, there's no telling. But there are our support vehicles that helped me get up and back down the mountain. And that is going to bring us to our next vehicle, the Pegassi Torero XO. So the Torero hugs and kisses? Isn't that what XO means? I don't know. Maybe like Pegassi thinks because these things get such poor gas mileage that the owners are going to have to open up like a hugs and kissing booth for $1 just to be able to afford to drive the thing. Who knows? Who knows? But we're off with a whole flock of Toreros. What do you call a group of 3 or more Toreros? A murder? Like crows? Because Pegassis want to murder you at any given point? Yeah, let's go with a murder of Toreros. Most of them being the Torero Hugs and XO version, but one of them being the regular Torero. Hobo brought the regular old school Torero, which looks so much smaller compared to these newer ones. Model bloat, what are you gonna do? I like this car though. It is the right amount of trying to murder you. It has decent grip, okay grip. Has good performance, but because it only has okay grip, it can get really loose in the corners. Unfortunately, since it's a supercar, and like most other classes in GTA, it does really suffer from the bushes. It really struggles quite a bit anytime it comes in contact with just the slightest bit of foliage. It's kind of unfortunate, really. Excuse me, I had the sniffles. But it's a beautiful car. I really do like it. I like its trick headlights. And like I said, I like this update so far. I have tested all of the unreleased vehicles as well via Project Homecoming. Did that the night before I'm recording this voiceover, actually. And I should have an unreleased vehicles video up by now. So if you want to see all of the vehicles that are coming, including all their customization, quick test drive, a look at what you... just an example of what you could possibly do with the customizations that are available, and a shot of the interior, and even some engine sounds. I mean, I give you all. I'm a generous guy. You can check that video out. Link's probably appearing on your screen somewhere around now, or maybe it already has by now. I don't know, but check it out. So Torero, it's doing all right. It's bouncing around a little bit. Which is really hurting its time. I think that this and the LM87 both... Ooh, I overshot there. This thing has way more acceleration than you expect it to have. And, of course, that acceleration costs it time as well. But both these cars had a whole lot of trouble because of the bushes and the bouncy. And here, the acceleration gets me in trouble again. And I actually completely overshot the top of the mountain. But will it off-road? Yeah. I think it's all-wheel drive. Pretty sure it's all-wheel drive. Most Pegassis are all-wheel drive. Not all of them, just most. Don't go out there and say, hey, Brandon said all Pegassis are all-wheel drive. No, that's not true. I mean, there's the Faggio Sport. Clearly, that's rear-wheel drive. But anyway, we're once again heading back down after a very brief, that's a new word. Yes, it's when you beep, but briefly. No, we're after our brief respite from the heat. We're heading back down. We cooled off. You know, we're no longer drenched in sweat. You don't want to know what we did at the top of the mountain. Just trust me. But back down into the heat wave, the very gross, like, I don't know, sweaty armpits or old man taint in a sauna. Oh, there's a mental image. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually do apologize for that one. I hope you didn't, have to imagine that scene. Anyways, moving on. The Torero is third in Supers, which actually wound up bumping the LM87 down to seventh. It is 0.3 seconds slower than the Trifati Nero Custom, and it is 0.3 seconds faster. 0.3 seconds, 0.3, yes. Oh, look at that. I got the hiker in a 180. Anyways, 0.3 seconds faster than the Principe Devastate. It is 29th overall, and it's sandwiched right in between those same exact two cars. It usually doesn't happen that in the overall. It's the same stack, but given that those times were so close both directions, not too big of a surprise. Somebody went flying over just there. There was a shadow. I think it was Donkey. Yeah, it's whoever's down there on the left. Oh, I think that's Donkey. Yeah, it's Donkey. Definitely a bit of a bumpy car, a bit of a handful to keep running, but again, that's kind of the reason I love it. Oh, the tree of many crashes. Wow, I actually claimed a victim. That hasn't happened in a while, and we're going to blame, once again, the hiker that I just ran over. No, we're going to blame, once again, this thing's just unexpected surge of acceleration. This is, I haven't spent a lot of time with, that's it, Donkey's banned. I haven't spent a lot of time with any of these cars, so I haven't quite gotten used to all their little quirks. And this one definitely quirks. People tried to jump over the hill, things went wrong. Yes, we're just going to leave it there. Once again, Avengers abound. One of which I thought I was going to hit, but it turns out it was far enough away. I think that was Charlie's that looked like a cow. Pretty sure. I got a really good launch, and then I got really far ahead on this again, and I thought, wow, I'm going to be really far ahead of everybody. But I was wrong. there are people everywhere, and well, you know, that's kind of one of the fun parts of Will It Off-Road is the damage descent. And again, we'd love to have you take part. Just join the Vainglorious Discord server, and if you play on PC, you can go to the roles channel, opt into the Will It Off-Road role, and then every time we record Will It Off-Road, you'll get a ping. But only when we record Will It Off-Road. We don't abuse our pings, except for somebody who did an @here ping the other day, and is very, very sorry that he did it. It wasn't me. Okay, I'm just being carried on my roof now. This is just, I don't know, very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I really thought I was going to get Thread the Needle, but this is like the opposite of Thread the Needle. This has been a very interesting descent. A lot of contact. Will It Off-Road is a full contact sport for damage descent. I still can't have any help, so if I get stuck, it's on me to get unstuck. Oh my god, car, quit rolling over. It's just like, nope. Yeah, this has been a rough one. A very rough, very, very rough one. I tried to get lined up to go over the woodpile and failed miserably, so yeah, I don't know. Wow, look at that. Gas prices are so high they couldn't even afford to fuel the jet. We are down 1 minute, 39 seconds. Take a look at the damage, which is just the front and back glass, and the hood and the doors won't close. There's no damage on all this thing. 0. It's kind of disappointing. And there's not even bent wheels. I mean, it's just there. It's just kind of there. That poor jet, man. Inflation. It's getting all of this. There are support Toreros, I should say. From the front, from the back, the jet blew up somehow. I don't really know how. I don't ask questions. But it did make for a nice little scene there. And that's going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. We'll be back next week with the, whatever that electric boring Audi is and that new Lampadati Corsita. We'll be back with those next week. Omnis EGT. That's the boring Audi's name. Obey. Sorry, boring Obey name. But that's what we'll have next week. And until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.